What's up, everybody, and welcome back to another video. Today I went fishing and I pulled something straight from the depths of the ocean, the Nabalis Trident. So I've actually been flipping this guy for a couple of months now, and it has to be one of my favorite budget Balisongs that I actually own at all. I got it sent to me from Nabalis for an honest review, and this is my honest review as always. Unbiased, you already know. But God, this guy is honestly beautiful. So, and just because this Balisong is cheaper than others, you know what I mean, doesn't mean that I always mark high on a score. But let's take a deep dive into the Nabalis Trident to see how good it really is. So right off the bat, the knife comes in a pretty solid case, almost like a smaller Pelican case, if you know what that is. If not, I'll put a picture right here. Inside the case, we have Loctite, hardware in a T8, and a T10 it looks like. An eyedropper, is that for oil? Okay, that's actually not a bad idea. Why don't more people do that? Oil, or what I'm assuming is oil, and bite handle markers. That's always a good plus, and I always love when they put these in because no one does anymore. Very few companies just started to put it in, such as Squid and all these other places, but it's nice. So now let's get into the actual Balisong itself. So the Balisong comes out of the box with perfect tolerances. So let's slight tap, but this is also dry. I just want to put that out. Comes out of it with perfect tolerances. Hear that? I don't know if you can see the play on that from that angle. Very little play. So it's always a plus in getting perfect tolerance out of the box because it's not common for a knife that's $120 or $100 on Amazon. Pretty affordable. Alrighty. So it flips very well. Like, it flips very well for what it is. I don't know if you guys can see this. It has a very smooth flip even without oil. This is completely dry. I don't actually oil any of my Balisongs for my reviews because I want to give it the honest opinion for somebody who just got it. You know what I mean? It flips so well. Like, it's a very smooth flipper and it has a very good grip. Okay? Because of these G10s. Speaking of grip, let's get into the handle material. So the handles are made of 775 aluminum featuring G10 scales. And on the sides, you'll find jimping. But in a different style than you'd usually see, which, to be honest, I'm not that big of a fan of. I love the jimping on knives because it helps me with ladders and stuff like that. But my fingers do not catch on this as well as they should. In the different style, I feel like that's the reason. So that's my personal opinion. I don't like it. I also have insanely big hands, being a 6'3" male. And that might configure into it. That might be a factor of it, but I'm not a fan of it. Onto the aluminum itself, though. It's smooth, not too slippery of a grip, but not like catches on perfectly, which I like. You know what I mean? It won't slip out of my hands. But if I'm trying to go Godspeed, like polar flips, or flips, sorry, polar. If you guys haven't checked that video out, check it out. If I'm trying to go Godspeed, like polar, it might slip out, but that's okay. I wasn't expecting it to stay in because, to be honest, a lot of aluminum Balisongs have that same issue. Now, it's smooth, slippery grip, which I like, and the weight is very nice. And there's something unique that Nabalis did with their weight system. They have bushings, not only in the hardware like traditional pins, but actually in the end handles. And it helps with weight balance. It's very nice, and it's cool. It's actually a good idea, and I don't think I've seen it done a lot. So I like that. Onto the blade itself, though. So it's this 440 stainless steel blade. That's a traditional Balisong steel. All of these are traditional Balisong steels, but it features a bottle opener and a pretty cool design. But more importantly, the design is there to allow a beautiful ring while flipping. I don't know if you can hear that, but that's from the blade. And I like that, actually. I like my Balisongs to ring, and that means they're pretty quality Balisongs when they ring. Big fan of that. So, just like that. So, before we give some ratings, let's talk about Nabalis quickly and what they are, and why I like this knife so much. First reason, I like this knife because I think it's affordable. $120 or $100 on Amazon USD, depending on where you guys are. Prices may differ slightly, but I like it because I think it's a good budget trainer, and I think it's a little step up between I want to go get a Kraken, or do I want to start with a squiddy? Well, I have a squiddy. Do I want to go to a squid trainer? Do I want to try one of these? You get G10 and 775 aluminum, which for that price is unbeatable, and it's great. Now, there's other knives that you could pick out, like LDY's Orion, I don't know how to pronounce it, don't care. Orion, and you could, but that's a solid aluminum. Great knife. They nailed the grip on that very well, but I just still think for the price, you cannot beat something like this. And for all the Blade Show flippers, they handed them out to all you guys who entered comp, and feedback seemed to be great when I went around asking. So now let's get into Nabalis, the company, and let's talk about their ratings, reviews, and everything. So Nabalis is a Balisong company that isn't necessarily new. They've been making knives for a year or two, to my knowledge. I could be wrong in that. But they're not necessarily old. They're kind of in the middle there, which is cool. But they strive to creating affordable but durable and great Balisongs on a budget, which is what you can tell with this, $120. You can tell that that's not made up because you see this. Such as the Trident, you know what I mean? That would affordable, but on a budget. The Balisongs are available in over 146 countries and regions, and they have over 190,000 global users. And for the amount of time that they have been making Balisongs, that is beyond impressive. You know, pushing out 190 budget trainers. They keep coming out with new designs. You can follow their Instagram. It'll be linked down below or somewhere right here on the screen. I'm not sure. Depends on what my editor feels like doing. So they will be coming out with a lot of designs, including their new Create with Nabalis program, which we'll get into in a minute. But they come out with new designs. They have a titanium one dropping soon, more aluminum, live blades, fake blades, the false live, false edge blades. Those became very popular recently, stuff like that. So make sure to go check them out, okay? They have many staff to make sure that your concerns are answered within 10 hours and a hassle-free warranty, which I have tested out before. It is completely true. No issues with me, hassle-free warranty, and their staff, like, boom. Simple. Okay. If you'd like to check out more on Nabalis or even buy this Balisong featured in this video, I'll put links in the description. And one more thing. Here's the Create with Nabalis. Check out Creating with Nabalis project. The voting is live now. Many Balisong enthusiasts dreamed of one day creating a Balisong, just like me. And now that dream may come true for 3 lucky people. First place will get a whole production run by Nabalis. They give them the design, and Nabalis will create it for them and run it on Nabalis.com. 2 other people will get prototypes of their designs, you know, showing the weight system to them and letting them further look into it without breaking the bank on having a production run, knowing what they will need to change. Vote for your favorite Balisong on the website, and maybe they'll be in stores one day. I personally like the Balisong by Dasuko. If you haven't checked that out, check that out. I love it. Dasuko, you made a great product. You made a great product, and I'm very, very eager to see that. I'm very excited for it. So, score time. Let's put our chart up. So for flippability, I give it an 8 out of 10, okay? It's a high-quality flipper, and it flips smoothly, but due to the jimping and the slight issue with ladders due to having jimping, 8 out of 10. I love it, and I think that that could be fixed, but due to that issue, I have to give it an 8 out of 10. Now, that might just be me, so your scores might differ on that category, or on all categories, in your opinion. This is my opinion, and on to the next category. So for price, I give it a 9 out of 10. It's a 775 aluminum trainer with G10 scales. I've seen Balisongs made out of the same stuff with no scales for the same price. And they do not come with the stuff that this one comes in with, the case and everything. So you get a 9 out of 10, okay? And the same price. So it's affordable and it's durable, okay? 9 out of 10. You are paying them a great price for what you get. The price that you are paying them is completely and utterly reasonable, might even be like overly reasonable with how good of a deal you get with this knife. So that's why I give that a 9 out of 10. packaging gets an 8 out of 10. You get a lot for what it is. Like the case, the hardware, and everything is amazing for the price, and you won't find anywhere to beat that. My only slight issue is that the case is durable, yes, but at the same time very thin and somewhat flimsy in areas, which I'm not expecting anything less for the price point. It's amazing it even came in a case with a custom design like Nabalis, but that's why it gets an 8 out of 10. Great and amazing to have it, but would I trust that if I falls off a building? Probably not. Put that guy up there. You're getting a lot for what it is, you know, if that makes any sense. I lost my place on my notes. Tolerances get a 10 out of 10. They were perfect, no tap and no play right when it came out of the box. Now I flipped it a little bit, so there really isn't any tap. What you hear right there isn't tap. But I don't really know how to get into explaining it, but it's not tap. If you flip Balisongs for a while, you'll get that. There's some tap, all right? That's slight tap, but that's just because I've been flipping it for months, which proves it holds up pretty well. It's dry. I don't oil them for reviews. Right after this review, it's getting oiled. But I keep my reviews unbiased. There's fuzzy falling, and I won't ever accept oil for a product or oil it first because I don't trust it. I will do oil reviews, but I will not oil the Balisong for the review if you want me to review your Balisong to keep it completely unbiased. Okay. Now, with that being said, wow, I spelled that wrong. It's a great knife and a wonderful Balisong for the budget. And if you'd like to pick one up, it'll be in the description. With all that being said, do you want me to review your Balisong next? Let me know. Send me a DM on Instagram right here or an email to my email right here, and my team will get back to you with an email where you can send us your products, tell me all about it, and I'll review it. No problem. Alrighty. I'm excited what you guys have to review to the public, and I'm excited to see the Balisongs that come out weekly. With that being said, I'm your host, Tucker Flips, and I'm officially signing off out of this review. Goodbye.